She drove us around while I did the deed with her boyfriend. I went out to the bars with my best friend Jessica and her boyfriend Blaine. We all got a couple of drinks, but soon I felt Blaine's eyes on me. Sometimes we mess around, and I was definitely looking to have some fun. Jessica noticed our gazes at each other and suggested we head to the car. She slid into the driver's seat, even though Blaine had driven to the bars. She told Blaine and me to get cozy in the back seat, but we both knew what that meant. We got in and didn't even bother with the seatbelts. Jessica pulled out of the parking lot, and it was clear it didn't matter where she was driving to. I saw her eyes flash in the rearview mirror, and I liked having her eyes on me as Blaine began to grab me. He reached into my shirt and palmed my pillow. Jessica smiled in the mirror. I straddled his lap, sitting right on the bulge in his pants. I rubbed on his lap until I earned a sound, then I kissed him, letting his sounds vibrate against my tongue. His hand slid up my shirt and eventually yanked it off. The car moved beneath us, turning onto another street. My heart was beating like crazy. It was dark, but anyone could look in and see what we were up to. I lifted my skirt, and he slipped his fingers against my kitty, flirting with me through my panties. I fumbled with the buttons of his shirt, snapping them open to lay kisses across his chest. Eventually, I was too impatient. I grabbed his jeans, unzipped them, and pulled out his thing. My mouth watered at just the sight of it. I went up on my knees, and he pulled my soaked panties to the side and pressed his thing to my entrance. Slowly, I began to lower myself onto him when Jessica hit the brakes. Blaine caught me, but also slid his thing all the way inside of me. I threw my head back, touching the front seat's headrests, sounding in feels from being so full. I could hardly think anymore with his thing inside of me. I could feel it beating against my walls even before he began to move inside of me. He held my hips, bouncing me up and down on his thing like a toy. I held onto his shoulders, helping him plunge me down on his thing over and over again. The slick sound of our bodies meeting grew louder than the radio, and I didn't care. I bounced on his thing until stars danced across my vision. I cried out as I came, shuddering in his arms before collapsing against his shoulder. He kept pushing into me, holding my cake to keep the angle just so. He sighed as he nutted inside of me, kissing my hair as he emptied inside of me. I smiled and turned just enough to see Jessica's knowing smile in the rearview mirror.